Hi everybody, it's me Tess with Tess Loves This Yarn. And you guys, I told you in my last video that I bought this Sentro knitting machine. Now y'all know I knit, right? And I can knit up a Ross hat pretty quick because I have the pattern memorized and I can sit in front of the TV and knit. But I do a lot of charity knitting and crocheting too. And during that time of the year, I'm like knitting like wild banshee. I mean, I'm just knit. And I do have a family and I do have a home, to take care of. So I thought, why not give one of these a whirl and see if I can get it crank. Sorry. But see if I can really crank out a lot of hats, in a faster time frame. Okay. Now, I still have to figure out how to do a Ross hat on this because that's my favorite hat. And I'm thinking there is probably a way to do it, but this is the first time I'm playing with this. So right now, I just want to get the yarn in there and start whirling it around. You know what I mean? Okay? Just to see what it does. So they've given me these yarns and they said to roll it in a ball for easier hat making. Okay? So I did. I rolled two of these together into a ball. They're the pink version of these two. And one's like a 3-weight and the other one is like a 4 to a 5. I mean, that looks kind of chunky to me. I don't know. That looks like a 4. But any old way, whew, I'm having a hot flash here, everybody. Last week this time, we were getting blasted by blizzard conditions. Tons of snow, wind, -7 degrees outside, blah, blah, blah. Yesterday it was 66 degrees. All of the snow melted. And today it's really nice out there too. So, yeah. And now I'm having a little heat issue. So, maybe this will help. A little drink of Mountain Dew. Nectar of the gods. That's good stuff, y'all. All right. So, rather than use this ball with its 2 different weights, I've decided we're going to try it with this. Now, this is like they say this is a 4-weight, but I really don't agree. I think that's a 3. Look at that. So, I'm going to try it with this. Now, it came with these 4 balls of yarn. This is 2 balls right here. These 2 balls. It came with like a knitting repair tool. It's got a little hook on the end, if you can see that. Yeah. And then it came with these darning needles. Now, that's a whopper of a darning needle right there. I don't know what you'd ever use that for. Except for maybe, you get mad at your husband, you want to give him a little poke. And I'm just joking. You know it. I'm joking. And here's another one that's still pretty big. And then you have this one. This one's the most usable, I think, because it's not that, as ginormous as these other 2. But yeah, so that's what it came with. Little directions on how to put it together. And you guys, all you had to do was put the feet on. The rest of it was already together. And it was super duper easy peasy. you just pop them on and they'll click into place. And then you put those little sucker doodads on there. And I'm telling you what, this jibahiki is stuck to my table. I mean stuck. So that's a good thing. So now here are our directions. It gives you tips before you start. It says the machine can make a little noise. Well, that's okay. I make noises when I knit too. Usually I'm laughing at something I'm watching on TV. I am guilty. Okay, it says da 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 da. Okay. Threading the machine. Cast on. First row only. First turn the crank to become familiar. Oh, there's a white one. Look at there. There's a white one. I think that means something. Let me see. Oh, okay. Feed approximately 30 centimeters of yarn through the center of machine. Crank handle forward until the white hook is directly to the right of the feeder. That'll be right there. Okay, now we got some yarn here. We'll stick this in. Y'all, I hope we can do this. I don't know. Let's see. Hook the yarn under the white hook. All right, so we stick it in the middle, and then we're gonna hook the yarn under the white hook. Okay, that is hooked. Okay. Turn the crank away from you clockwise. Away from you clockwise. Okay. Oh, it grabbed my yarn. Okay. Thread the yarn slowly onto every other hook as it rises, passing it front and back alternately until a full rotation has been completed and you are back to the white hook. This is casting on, only one row. Alrighty, so we got it on the white one, so we're gonna skip this one. I guess we're gonna put it under this one. Then we're gonna skip this one, put it under this one, skip this one, put it under this one, skip this one, put it under this one, skip, put, skip, put, skip, put, skip, put, skip, put, skip, put, skip. Oop, that's not a skip. Skip, put, skip, put, skip, put, skip. Running out of yarn. Best back up the drinks. We don't want to flood a Mountain Dew on this table, right? Okay. Now we were skipping, putting, skipping, putting, skipping, putting, skipping, putting, skipping. Oops. Oops-a-daisies, what have I done? Okay, skip, put, skip, put, uh-oh, SpaghettiOs. Houston, we got a problem. Okay, we skipped too many. So skip, put, skip, put, skip, put, skip, put, skip, put, skip, put, skip. Oh, there's the white one again. Hang on. Until full rotation has been completed and you're back to the white hook. This is only one row. Okay. So do we go back under the white row? I guess we do. And then maybe we stop. Okay. Step 4. Set the tension. Put the yarn through the opening in the yarn guide and pull it down so that it's firmly all the way into the groove. Oh, okay. That must be here. Well, okay guys, we're moving the yarn to the outside. I don't know why they said stick. I don't know. Don't put your yarn bowl in the middle. Leave it out. Okay, so now we're gonna put this through the tension jibbahicky. All right, we got it through this little tension jibbahicky down here. See it? It's that thing with the 3 holes in it. All right, so we got that in. And let's see. Okay. Tight, moderate, loose, and tightest. Oh my. Okay. Now we're on step 5. Begin knitting. Okay. Thread under the white hook again. Oh, I was right. Okay. And then slowly cranking without skipping any hooks. Oh, I accidentally skipped the white hook. Well, there we go. Alrighty. Now, let's see. Well, you guys, what the dealywag? It says without skipping any hooks. Maybe get the tension too tight or something. Or not tight enough? I don't know. Well, why isn't that yarn hooking on there? See, it's not, that yarn, for some reason, it's not hooking. Oh, I don't have it in the, oh, you guys, okay, make sure you have your yarn in this little slot right here. I did not, and it wasn't hooking onto all the hooks. Okay, now I got it. And yes, now it's hooking. It's a hooking. Woohoo! All right. Now we'll just like zoom around here and see what we get. Oh, lordy. Now you do have to unwind this, especially if you have one of these. I'm just doing it on the outside. You know what? I'm in my kitchen. I'm gonna do something here. See, these drawers down here have big bowls. How about we just plop this in a big bowl? There we go. Now it can run around in there. And I don't have to try to chase it. All right. You guys, my feet don't touch the ground. These are counter height chairs. And so I have a little stool under here that used to belong to my granny. And that's what I use to put my feet on because my feet don't touch the ground. No siree, 5'1". Yeah, that's a vertical challenge. see. Well, there we go. Flop some of this yarn out of there. All right. And now we keep going. I think I'm going to put this on a little bit tighter tension. There. I think I like that better. All right. Now we're going to see how this compares to real knitted hats and one knitted on this machine. There's Thor. Hi, puppy. What's the matter? Well, we'll put that in there. Oh, outside he went, everybody. That's the dog that opens doors. Kid you not. Oh, yes. He is one smart little pit bull. He sure is. Okay. Gosh. All right. So my sweet friend Chris of Crisscross Crafts, she sent me a text message and told me that this only knits a hat in 5 minutes if you have it attached to a drill. So like you can take this crank handle off and put a drill on there and go bzzz, and it'll go whoo, like that. So doing it like this takes a little longer. But hand knitting it would take even longer, right? So I still think that this will save time when I'm doing my charity knitting. Yes. And if I can figure out how to do a Ross hat, because a Ross hat is knit 3, purl 2. Knit 3, purl 2. And you do that for 1.5 inches to 2 inches for your band of your hat. And then after you get the band to the length that you want, or width that you want, then you just straight up knit. Because you're knitting on circular needles. So there's no turning your work, just knitting. Which is wonderful, because you can do that in front of the TV. I know I do. I know Ross does. Ross will be sitting there watching NASCAR and knitting his hats. Now you heard it from me, and I know it's true. I do. I think I saw one of his videos where he did have NASCAR on, but he had it muted, and he was knitting and talking to us. Yes, yes, yes. Ross is a man of many talents. Alrighty, here we go. So far, you guys, it's looking good. Except for I don't know what is going on over there. Did it maybe... This maybe skipped a stitch somewhere. I don't know. I'll have to figure that out when we get there. Okay. Because that just does not look like the rest of the stitches. Okay. Well, it's taking them all. I don't know why. That one's so big. Well, you know what? This is our first go with this. So I'm sure this is just going to be a learning experience. Because, yeah, there's a section right here. Can you guys see this right here? Where it looks like it skipped this hook from way down here. Yeah. And now there's like a big gap like that. But we will continue. Because, you know, this will be the interesting thing. It's like, how do you bind off one of these jibbihiggies? You know what I'm saying? Woo! Did you see that? That yarn just jumped right out of that bowl. Try to get me. Alright. So yeah, it'll be interesting to see how the bind off goes on a machine. Because I don't know how that's going to go. Let's see. Oh, so I hope everybody's having a good day so far. Just real quick, I want to let you all know, my older sister is very sick, and she's in the hospital. She's 59. She's 2 years older than me. And you guys, I know we're all of different cultures here and different religions, so I don't care who you pray to. It's all the same, really. Know what I'm saying? But if you pray to someone, pray for Kathy. That's my sister. And if you don't pray at all, send her good vibes. Send her good juju. You know what I'm saying? Positive thoughts to her. 'Cause we're really worried about her. Really worried. And I'd appreciate it if you guys would do that for me. Okay? So, sorry about that. Okay, we're going to get back to the knitting. And we're going to hope this hat turns out right. Even though it won't be a Ross hat, I'm hoping it turns out right anyway. And, you know, while I'm just sitting here cranking this thing, you guys, I could show you. Now, my yarn got all knotted up. Can you believe that? Okay. So while I'm just sitting here cranking this dillywag right here, this machine, I'm going to show you some of my, I've been on another dishcloth, washcloth spree. So I made this one. I love this. I love this color. I forgot what the name of it is. My brain's not working, you guys. I just don't get enough sleep, I think. But yeah, this is a washcloth. This is super soft. It's peaches and cream stripes that you get at Walmart. And I tell you what, it's super soft cotton. It's 100% cotton, but it's really soft. Now, this one is Lily's Sugar and Cream, and that's another one right there. And then here's another one. I really like this. It's kind of fun. And this is Lily's Sugar and Cream too. Okay. And this angle of this camera is not flattering to me. But you know what? We're going to roll with it anyway, okay? So, yeah, I've been doing a lot of, like, washcloths and dish towels and dishcloths lately. So, yeah, I knitted one too. Because, you know, I didn't want my knitting needles to feel left out. Yeah. Because these hooks are getting a lot of action lately. So, I felt bad for my needles. And I love my needles. I have Knit Pick needles from Knit Picks. And they're in Caspian. I have them in nickel plated. I have them in prism. And I have them in, I think, rainbow. And then I saw Ross do, he did a review on Chiago knitting needles. And I don't know if that's how you really pronounce it. Chiago? Don't know. But y'all know what I'm talking about. And Ross really liked them, so I gave them a try. They're definitely wonderful needles, and I really, really, really like them, but they're very expensive. And when I say very expensive, I mean they are expensive. You get one like set, and you can either pick the smaller needles or the larger needles, and they're like between $70 and $90. No, I'm really wrong. They're like 80 to 100 and something dollars. That's a lot of money. Mm. Coffee, also very good. And now we chase it down with a little Mountain Dew. Mmm. That's good stuff right there, everybody. Okay. But yeah, so any of you people out there who knit, now let me tell you, friends, if you have the money for the Chiago needles, I recommend that's what you go with. But if you want some really good needles that are affordable, I'd go with Knit Picks. And they're actually made of wood, but they're coated, and they're beautiful. Like I said, I have Caspian, and then I have 2 different metal needles, and then I have I think it's rainbow. And oh my gosh, my Caspian needles, I love them. I just love them, and I use them a lot. Even though I have some Chiago needles now, I still break out my Caspian needles. Just because they're so pretty and I like them. And there we go. This yarn is like not the easiest here. But here we go. We're back to doing this. See, there's a big section right here. Can you see that? That stitch is this wide. That's humongous. Humongous. So I don't know what happened there. I think that the machine just skipped it. You know what I mean? For whatever reason. But oh yeah. So that's looking pretty darn good. Except for that big ginormous stitch there. But yeah, maybe I can fix that. You know, I might be able to fix it with this little hook tool. See that? We'll see. Because I have little tools to fix drop stitches. And to me, this looks like the machine has dropped that stitch like every single time. For whatever reason, I have no clue. Yeah, that's definitely like a drop stitch there. Okay, so you know what? Rather than going on, since this has a drop stitch, sorry about my doggies barking. Let's see what this says to do. Okay. How does it say to bind off? Bind off a tube to remove knitting from machine. Once your work measures the length you want, stop cranking when the white hook is to the right of the yarn. So let's give a little crank. Oh, there it is. White hook to the right of the yarn. Cut off the yarn, leaving 45 to 60 centimeters. This will be used to bind off your knitting. Slip this piece out of the tension holder. Yada, yada, yada. You know what? I don't want to cut this yarn off because I'm going to pull all this out because I know that it missed a stitch here. And all those stitches have skipped. Once you skip that stitch going down, it doesn't have another loop to grab onto, and that's why it's all messed up. And I'll show you. And where it's messed up is right here. See that? It's got this huge, all these stitches have skipped. So yeah, let's see. I'm just gonna take this off. Let me get, it says to go to the white. Oh, there it is. All right. So now, let's see if we can take these stitches off. And I know we're not binding off, this is not binding off correctly because I don't want to cut my thread here. So I'm going to do this just to get all of these out, or off rather. You guys know what I mean? I wish you were right here so I could show you. Okay, so now what I'm going to do is I'm just going to pop this off. See? I'm just going to pop all these right off. Now, if you were binding off the way you're supposed to, you would have a thread through all of these that you could pull tight and cinch your hat at the top. But I'm not doing that because I didn't want to cut this yarn, because I'm going to rewind this. Well, first I'm going to frog it, and then I'm going to rewind it because I don't like that big, ginormous gap in here. And I'll see if I can show you that. Hi, Maxie. You're okay. You hear my little dog? He's like, why are you not paying attention to me? I am your little dog. Okay. There we go. And now I'm going to show it to you. So if I was binding off correctly, I would have threaded the yarn through one of these needles that they gave us. And then as I'm picking off the stitch, I would have gone through the loop with the yarn. You guys know what I'm talking about, right? So there we go. So I think I've got these all off of here. Oop. This one is stuck. Let's see if we can get this one. There we go. All right. So this is what we have, and I'll show you what happened. Let me show you. So see this right here? See how these stitches are small? And then you come to this, and it's super big. Big old gap. That's because it dropped a stitch when we first started, and then it was never able to recover because there was nothing for that to grab onto because there's no first loop. Am I making sense, y'all? I hope so. So anyway, if you get this machine, be careful of that. If you notice that you have a big area like this, this is like an inch. And these are like maybe a ½ inch or even less. So if you see that, then you'll know that you need to stop and pull your work off. Because if you don't, you're going to have a huge gap and it will not be pretty. And you want pretty knitting, right? I know you do. Okay, so you guys, that's going to do it for today because this is 34 minutes long already. So I'm going to take this little crown thing off my head and I'm going to frog it. And then I'm going to redo this. Okay? So everybody, don't forget the prayer for my sister or the good positive thoughts, whatever you do. And I appreciate it tremendously. And be careful out there, everybody, and be kind. You know I always tell y'all, be kind and be safe out there no matter where you are. Okay? So you guys, Thank you so much. I love y'all. And mwah. Bye.